Hi, this is my wrap up for week 1 of New Worlds November. The theme for this week is terrestrial, things that are set on Earth, and I'll just briefly mention 2 works that did not qualify. The first one, because of timing, it is the Book of Martha by Octavia E. Butler. It features at the end of Bloodchild. I would say it's set on Earth. A author who's a sort of a fictionalized version of Octavia E. Butler meets God, although it's sort of a vision or a dream, but it is partially set in Washington, where the author's writing, I think, where Octavia E. Butler lived, although I'm not too sure. And God sets the author a challenge of make a utopia for everybody on Earth, every individual single person, and how difficult that would be. The author says that if everybody were dreaming, it would be nearest enough to a utopia. I've found it quite a moving piece of work. Very good story. The other, Abandoned Earth, Star Blazer, number 18. This does not qualify because it's not set on Earth despite the title. It's mainly set in space. I'll show you. So we've got space, space battles. There's the villainous alien, the Velman, and Vermin, which I keep associating with the vermin. I don't know if the writers did that intentionally. Vemlin. You've also got a robot in it. So it's mainly set off of Earth, with the humanity being sort of a space federation, and humanity is mostly colonize the solar system and beyond. And the Vemlin sort of carpet bomb Earth and make it uninhabited. There is literally one panel featuring planet Earth, although it's a sort of science fiction Earth. It's got a dome bubble city, so it doesn't really qualify. The rest is all set in space or aboard this spaceship. So, keeping with the comic book or graphic novel, I went to one that I knew was definitely set on Earth. This is Predator Kindred, and this is from the Predator franchise, which began with the first Predator movie, a science fiction movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. And there's so many Dark Horse, Predator, and Aliens versus Predator graphic novels. I think it's like, I know there's 4 volumes of Aliens. I don't know if it's 2 or 3 volumes of Predator. So I'll read you the blurb at the back. The sleepy town of Fleener Creek, Oregon, isn't sleepy anymore. Its dark underbelly is ready to blow sky high, and there to light the fuse is one of the most unrepressed killers in the cosmos. The town's heart of darkness is laid bare when evil comes to call, and 4 kindred spirits are drawn to the forest: an action-starved sheriff, a serial killer, a family man, and a predator. Fleener Creek may have been sleepy, but most folks won't sleep soundly again for a long time, and others will never wake up. So as it, yes, got 4 characters in it. There's a lot going on. It's a white knuckle ride from start to finish. It's got 2 writers and 2 artists. Jason R. Lamb, Scott Tolson are the writers. Brian O'Connell and Roger Peterson are the artists. All of these names I've never actually heard of before or since. But it's, I quite like the art style. It's a very sort of classic comic book art style. So we have the opening in the 1950s, and it's sort of a stereotypical father and son hunting trip. This is set in a very rural America setting. And the father is a bit of a sort of tough guy, but he comes up against the predator and is no match. But the son who survives, and is the main character of the story, is traumatized by this incident. I don't know if he's like adopted or whatever, but it's him sort of middle-aged and with a family, and the predator, which might be the same predator, returns. And also you have the serial killer character, who's sort of a Charles Manson type character. He was sort of leader of some sort of murderous cult, who in sort of movie style fashion they escape, and later they run into the predator, and again it's no match. Although the one serial killer guy survives, and he comes across the sheriff. And the sheriff thinks that the main character is the one who's responsible, not the predator. And so it comes to a sort of a meeting point where they all head into the woods after the predator. And the main character, who's named Buddy, he's traumatized by the whole thing and wants to get revenge on the predator, sort of a revenge story. And it's quite a long battle, and the predator has actually not defeated the predator, leaves, which I thought was good. I mean, so many times you see Predator versus somebody, and Predator's always the loser, including Predator versus Tarzan, which I thought was a bit of a stretch. But in this one, he's not. Defeated. and leaves in the spaceship. And the serial killer guy has his comeuppance. And I enjoyed this book. Maybe too much. I really like the art style. Very sort of classic comic book art. And as I say, it's a white knuckle sort of survival, sci-fi, action, horror, all those things. You know, the Predator things can be a bit hit and miss. Some are good, some not so good. But I think this might be one of the best Predator graphic novels, possibly. Definitely worth checking out. And the one short story I read comes from Galaxy Science Fiction, March 1952. It is Manners of the Age by H.B. Fife, and it's set on a very desolate, sort of abandoned Earth. The majority of humanity's gone out into space to colonize space, the solar system, and beyond. And it's very, very few people left on Earth, including our main character, Robert, who's just a jerk to everybody, including robots, which are the main populace of Earth. But he's such a jerk to everybody, including woman, female character, who he ends up marrying for some reason. I think it's just because of the low population. He's just a jerk to everybody. There wasn't much to the story other than that. I might do a reading of it, sort of a LibriVox style. Maybe not. But it's an okay story, but the sort of there's not much to it. It's quite vague. So not that much for this week of New Worlds November, but next week I'm going to be crammed because it's all the Star Blazers. They're all set off Earth in space, other than the one that's for the week robots. Week 4, I think that is. Robots and AI. So all these satellite, that's sort of an obvious off-Earth one, but they're all pretty much set in outer space. And I also have, if I can find it, Space Worlds, Stories of Life in the Void, edited by Mark Ashley. I got this from the local library. I don't think I'll be able to read the whole thing for week 2. I can definitely try. I think there's like one or two names, or maybe just one name. I know John Brunner, but other than that, I don't think I know any of those other writers. So a lot for week 2. I'll see how I do. Thanks for watching. Bye.